My husband might have cheated on me with my deceased best friend and has a child. Update. After talking with you all, I've come to realize that my husband is telling the truth. My best friend took advantage of him. Several people pointed out that since Alice didn't like my husband, if it had been an affair, she would have told me when she was dying, even if just to separate us. You're absolutely right. I was there, in the room while she passed away. I held her hands for days. We talked about so many things. If it had just been an affair, she would have told me. But if she used my husband, she wouldn't have said a word. That's the kind of thing horrible people take to the grave. I've also realized that I made a terrible mistake by asking my husband to leave for a few days while I cleared my thoughts. Not to justify myself, but losing my best friend to cancer, a long cancer battle at that, was brutal. To say I was devastated doesn't do it justice. The fact that it happened only 6 months ago, I still feel it every day. So having this thrown on me, it's like I'm losing her all over again. Either she betrayed me and slept with my husband, or she betrayed me and used my husband. I haven't just lost her, but now I've lost the good memories, a whole lifetime's worth. It was impossible for me to look at him and not also see her, and be struck by the horror and realization of that loss all over again. I felt I needed to be able to break down, cry, and think without the fresh wave of loss I felt every time I saw him. It was wrong of me to ask him to leave, but you're right, and a few minutes ago I corrected that mistake. I called my husband, apologized, told him I believe him, and begged him to come home. He'll be here in half an hour at most, and I'm going to support my husband like I know he would have supported me. I've been an on and off Reddit user for several years, and sometimes the advice given on subreddits like these can be a hit or miss, but today you guys did good. You've helped me realize not only that I was wrong and being stupid about it, but that I was hurting the person who needed me the most. I was selfish. I have no idea what we're going to do about the potential daughter, but I can assure you we'll handle it together. It's going to take a lot of time and probably a lot of therapy to grieve this new loss. I feel numb now, like I'll never cry again. My best friend took advantage of my husband, which means she was no friend of mine. She flaunted it, coming to my house, sitting with me and chatting. She brought her daughter here, trying to rub it in his face, right in front of me. She tortured the man I loved, and I was an unknowing accomplice to it. I feel sick to my stomach thinking about how many times she came over just to hold it over him. I honestly don't know how to make it up to him. If you all have any ideas, please feel free to share them. I think I'll need all the help I can get. Tomorrow, I'm going to take a leave of absence from work, just until we can figure out our next steps and get our minds straight. Thank you, everyone.